Is that the fish?
And that's Tatum.
Oh.
Alright, to Alaska. The rush is on.
Coming up here shortly would lose their shirts, road emphasized drip line operation back then. So zip lines all out, and essentially just turned into a bunch of in the winter. At the bottom of the gap, that'll move into a car over there. Pull, hold the skin hole. There's a bunch of stacks. Oh, and have to start all over again, so it's very efficient. The tops of those hills over there, it's hard. It was the biggest private engineering feat of its day. Knock you over the backside of that hill over there with it too. Amazing. So they built their own power plant. And then also on the screens now is an animation, a 3D aerial view of the dredge as we come up to it. The spool there, power cable I mentioned a moment ago, it's 3-phase, 3-conductor, 300 amp to 110 volts. It just runs the lights and videos on board these days. It was Yukon Yonda. She's got decades of mining experience in the
here in the interior of Alaska back in 1978. And it is a real pleasure to be able to share with you this camp's history and that of Gold Dredge 8. She was built in 1927 at the Bethlehem Steel Shipyard in Pennsylvania. They manufactured all the parts, put it on a train, and railed it out to California, San Francisco. Once there, they assembled her in San Francisco Bay. Then they took her completely apart, loaded everything that made up this dredge on the steamships and barged her up to Seward, Alaska. Once in Seward, they transferred that load over to the Alaska Railroad, and it took 125 or 14 cars to move all the parts that made up this dredge by rail from Seward up to Fairbanks. Once she got into Fairbanks, they did change the load out one more time, and that was over to the Panama Valley Railroad, like the replica you're riding toward the base of that cave. Now grab more water, or tilt from the pan, shake layer after layer until you're down to just the gold. If you see more of those larger stones, drag those back through the water, rinse them in the pan, and sweep them out. Or throw them in your neighbor's pan, then they're out of yours. But keep your pan tilted, shaking it so you can see or hear it moving. Now we're going to reduce it again. You stop shaking, pour the water.
Now on the flip side of that, it's going to poke sack, even the little babies. The first one is on the house. But if after your initial panning experience you find yourself straight
That's how we learn how to.
Yeah, that's why it sells in Boston.
Yeah.
So we do have a little bit of everything here for you.
Yeah. Is that it?
on the left after they would pound into the ground until they gravel filling. Although those are some of the smaller ones, there's a few that. So the FE company had one customer, the federal government, called OSHA.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.